Hey y'all, Chuck here in beautiful Rayong, Thailand here. Just enjoying some quiet time. I want to do a quick interview with Daz. He's one of our longtime subscribers and he's from the United States. And we're gonna sit here, share a beer and a conversation, and I'm gonna bring you guys along and see if he can give us any information that might help us in our path to success, right? Anyway, waiting on him to get here. And here comes Daz.
What's that?
Got us a beer.
Hey.
Your favorite Singha. I know people are gonna say you're not supposed to be doing this on the internet, but I think we'll risk it.
Yeah. Okay. Changyao, brother.
Changyao. A lot of people here yesterday.
Yeah, you couldn't even see the water right there because all the cars that were parked. It's like all of Rayong province was down here.
Daz is stuck here. Here comes Paige.
I'm halfway stuck here.
Yeah,
I was kind of planning on being here anyway, and I could have went home. I was like, I'd rather be here.
But you're supposed to go home in April, you said.
Yeah,
right?
I was supposed to go back the middle of April.
Come on in.
And they closed the flights at the beginning of April or the end of March. I forget when they.
I forget now too. We actually went home from Koh Chang March 26th, I think, and stuck home for like 2.5 months. You know,
yeah.
So you're from California.
Yeah.
He actually lives like about. Look, you got a frosty mug. I didn't get that. You said 30 minutes from Vacaville, close to where my daughter lives.
No, I'm like 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Well, up 30 minutes if there's traffic.
It's like San Francisco area.
Yeah.
People don't know.
Yeah, we're roughly an hour away from San Francisco, depending on traffic. It's about 45, 50 miles, but it could be 3 hours with the traffic.
We're sitting on the main road on the beach here in a nice resort called Villa Bali. It's a pizzeria. It's going to be noisy. We either got to sit in there where they've got music that I can't have on my video, or we listen to traffic. So if you come to Thailand, it's friggin' loud.
Get used to the noise. If not, don't come.
So if you're noise sensitive, just turn it off. And I'm sure there's some old videos of Barney and Friends. You can watch that. Just kidding.
Or Peppa Pig.
Yeah, just kidding. Barney used to be my really good babysitter for my kids. I'd turn that crap on and go hang out by the pool, you know?
No, that would drive me nuts just hearing the song. We can't
so
do
you
that.
Come here a lot, you said?
Yeah, well, I came here a lot before I retired. I made, I don't know, 30, 35 trips in 7 years. And then I retired last year and then kind of semi-moved here. I bounce back and forth every couple of months, or if you depend on what's going on, to hang out with my granddaughter. I got a granddaughter now. She just turned 3 since I've been here.
Right.
So
and you said you're 58, right?
29.
29.
I'll be 58 in December. So 57 right now.
Come on, selfie. So you're missing your granddaughter.
Yeah. I need my granddaughter fixed. My kids, I don't care. They're not cute anymore. My daughter's like, I tell my daughter, you used to be cute. And she's like, hey. It's like, what? So you're all grown up now.
I talked to him. I've talked to him a couple times today on Facebook. So thank God for that. You know?
Yeah, mine were busy. You know, I called. They must have been out doing something for Father's Day with their mom and their stepdad, or my daughter's fiance and his parents, because they only live a couple minutes away. So.
Last night I asked him how old he was. He had to like do the math. So you worked, what company did you say you worked for? Shell?
I didn't. No, I did. I guess I told you. No, I work for Chevron.
Chevron.
almost 32 years.
32 years.
It's like, enough of this, man. This is enough.
And you're on.
I did my part.
You got like a pension or some kind of early retirement type deal from them?
Well, I mean, you can retire anytime. I mean, that's up to you. It doesn't matter age or wherever. It's whatever you put in your 401,
right.
and then they have retirement that they put into that you can get that.
But we're not going to ask you like how much you got and all your investments.
There's several different ways you can get it, but I took it and rolled everything over into a 401, so I'm totally divorced from them altogether. Other than I'm part of the medical. I got my retiree medical plan.
Daz is staying in Pattaya. He's been there. I mean, there's a reason why. We'll get to that soon, but that place has been just closed up.
Yeah.
That's not a place to be closed up. I mean, that's a happening place.
It's like a regular town now, but I actually live in Jomtien. That's pretty much stayed the same.
Oh, okay.
But Pattaya, even now, like Jomtien, like the last 2 weekends since the beaches have been open, Jomtien is like packed. I mean, everybody's down there. I was going faster on my bike than the cars were.
Right.
But Pattaya Beach, because nobody goes to Pattaya Beach.
Right.
So everybody's in Jomtien, but it's all local. You know, it's all Thai. I'm guessing at least half of them were from Bangkok. Mm-hmm. You know, because it was just wall to wall people, and it's good to see people out. People are just tired of being cooped up.
I'm doing a video series right now of us traveling around after all this stuff just to see what's going on. You know, a lot of people are saying it's just a ghost town, it's dead, but so far it's not. So.
Any of the places that are tourist places for international tourists are going to be ghost towns, and they're going to be like that for a while. But the rest of Thailand it's business as usual, and it's like not all of Thailand is a tourist destination.
Right.
You know, everybody keeps, Thailand's going to die because they don't have any tourists. Well, the tourism was only part. You know, it's like, what, 20, maybe 30%?
No, it's not that much.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of the tourism still is happening in here, so they're not losing all of that small percentage.
As soon as they opened it, like Bangsan Beach, which is right below Bangkok, they actually shut it down the first weekend. They shut the roads going in because it was so crowded. But you figure anything close to Bangkok, everybody's going to go there first.
They just announced not too long ago the sale of alcohol in the restaurants. That's a big deal in Thailand for Thai people because
very social.
And then our curfew's gone, so you don't have to worry about getting in trouble, you know.
Yeah.
So, but now that happened, it's pretty much business as usual. Now you can't get a soapy massage.
Yeah.
You can't go to a club.
Can't go to
karaoke.
Well, see, they were supposed to open up like bars.
Yeah.
You know, just like a little hole in the wall bars where you can kick back and drink a beer, and the clubs like with music and girls and all that was supposed to come later.
Yeah.
But they grouped them all together again and said no, nothing's going to open.
It's crazy, and but a lot of the bars were bringing in food, catering in food, and calling themselves a restaurant.
Well, the thing about it is that they had to have a license to serve food, or they couldn't, because some of the bars they were making jokes about, no, you can't serve a cheese sandwich and chips and call yourself a restaurant, so you can open up. You have to have a license. But the thing about it is they said, okay, restaurants can serve alcohol again, and that's all they said. They didn't put any stipulations. They didn't say anything. But now they're cracking down on the bar or the restaurants, saying no, you can't serve beer to people that are just sitting in here drinking beer.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now, right?
Yeah, and it's like, well, that's not what you said.
Yeah.
You just said you could serve, so that's what they're doing. Because at the beginning of this, when they closed the bars, everybody went to the restaurants, and then they made a rule that if you're going to drink in a restaurant, you have to have food.
Right. Well, they did have a rule that we're staying in this place now, so they were allowing the guests to drink in the hotels. As long as they were staying, because one of the things was you could buy beer, but you had to go home.
You had to go home.
So if you're living in a hotel or you're staying as a guest in a hotel, then it was okay. But it wasn't okay to sit out in public and drink.
Yeah,
like this.
that's what I was walking down Beach Road one day, and I saw the cop pull over on his motorbike, and I think he was going to ride a couple guys. There was a couple guys sitting right underneath the street light, and everybody had a bottle. you know, like this, and they were drinking, and I think he was writing them a ticket. So as I was walking down, I saw a couple guys down the road, and they were sitting there drinking. And I says, hey, there's a, you know, cop writing a ticket. Well, I'm not worried about it. It's like, well, you're not supposed to be drinking. You know, I could care less. Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Was it Thai people? Or?
No. They were. I'm thinking from northern UK somewhere, because I could barely understand them. The further north
they say
they
that
are.
shit about me.
Yeah,
The hell I'm
the further north. But I told them, I said, no, you can't drink. I said, you can buy alcohol, you can drink it in your room, but right now you can't drink it in public. You can't drink it on the beach. So I was just trying to give them a heads up that the cops are out writing tickets. And one guy was like, oh, he actually jumped up and walked around. You know, walked around the corner.
So you're staying in a condo?
Yeah, I have a condo. I got a long lease condo.
What's the condo like?
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, my condo is small. You know, it's not a huge condo by any means. It's like, I don't know, 37 square meters, which is, you know, it's under 400 square foot for anybody in the US. Yeah, it's a one bedroom. I got my humongous 2-burner stove. You know,
what are you paying
kitchen
for that in John?
It's $8,000 baht a month, which is around 240, 250, and I could have got a cheaper room, but my room actually has a washing machine, and I wanted a washing machine in my room because it's the convenience factor. Not that it costs a lot to get your laundry done, but it's so convenient just to have it there, you know, in your room.
I've lost many underwear. I don't know what it is about my underwear, but it like tends to be important when you're traveling for phalanx because they don't really have. I don't want to wear. You know,
it's hard.
I don't want to wear the.
It's hard to find the big boy sizes. But I really like my condo. I actually looked around when I was looking for that condo because I didn't want it in a crazy area, and I didn't want to have like a you know, some of those condo complexes are like massive. And it's like, I don't want to be in that. That's too crowded. I mean, I think there's like 400 rooms. I mean, it's not a small place, but in Thailand, if you have it half full, that's as full as it ever, you know, that's as full as it ever gets. But the pool is humongous. You know, it's funny, I get in this pool and it's like, I can't really swim here. I can just kind of soak. Because my pool, I mean, literally, it's like at least 70 yards long on one side. It's like one of those lagoon pools, and it like wraps around like the whole complex.
Yeah, I've seen some of your pictures on Facebook.
It's like, I love it, Yeah, this, I jumped in, I started to swim across, and the shallow end is only like 2 foot deep. I couldn't even go under, you know. I'm hitting my head on the bottom, and my feet are sticking up.
So you have a long-term girlfriend here, you said. You know, for many years you've had a girlfriend. You gonna marry her one day?
Hey. Don't go there.
So, are your plans?
I'm not saying no, but
your plans to come retire in Thailand permanently, or
pretty much. Like I said, right now when my granddaughter's young and I can spend more time with her, then I'm gonna keep bouncing back and forth. As much like right now I can't bounce, but
how long has it been since you retired?
A year ago. I retired in May. May last year.
So you can do quite a. You can stay here. Almost the whole year and then bounce back.
I can get my. I mean, if I wanted to go down and walk down to get my retirement visa today, I could, but I just don't. You know, I'm only here for a couple months at a time usually, so it's easy enough for me just to get a 60-day. Do the 60-day, the 90-day, and then bounce back, and I hang out with my granddaughter for a month or two, and then I bounce back over here.
I always say 90-day when people correct me. It's a 60-day with a 30-day. You can get the 30-day extension, and you could fly out and come back and get another 30 and do that. You know, you can do easily 6 months.
If my daughter moves, or once my granddaughter starts school, then I'm going to spend more time over here. Even though I'll be living here full time, I'm still going to go back and spend a month or two every year with my granddaughter. I got to go back. I still have all my toys at home. I still have all my crap. But
most of the people that I have met, they don't live here full time. They can't. I met a few Canadians. They like to go back to Canada and play in the snow. They got their toys, you know, and they're fishing.
It's fun to play in the snow. It's not. I wouldn't call it fun to live in the snow and have to deal with that crap every day.
Well, you Canadians are strange anyway. Just kidding.
Yeah. We when did we go? In March? No, not March. I was here in March. We went in January. We went a couple of weeks before I left because Tahoe, Lake Tahoe, the Sierras are 2 hours from us. So we went up and played in the snow. And it was my granddaughter's like first time playing it. And we took her in the snow when she was like little, but you know she didn't know. But this time she got I threw a snowball at her and she just lost it. She just thought, it was like, no, this is what you're supposed to do. I had to explain to her that you pick up a snowball and throw it back. So after that, she got into it, boy. But she got her feelings hurt because Papa threw something at her.
Yeah. You make it too big.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't like this. It was just like this. But I packed it for about a half hour first.
So, not to talk about what's going on in America right now, but I mean, what is your thoughts?
I'm glad
about
I'm here.
In California, and it's good to be in Thailand.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
I'd just be at home pissed off.
Yeah.
Or I'd shoot somebody.
The water looks better than the morning.
The beach, I was really hoping on this tour that I would see a cleaner Thailand. Of course, this is our first stop of our tour. But hopefully it's a little better in the other places. That's one disappointing thing about Thailand is the cleanliness.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that this little episode that we've been going through in the world, that Thailand would get. Now there's hand soap in the bathrooms, you know, and there's hand sanitizer everywhere.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You can't normally find. So that's why I always carry around whenever I'm out and about. I always carry, you know, a sling bag across, and I always have a hand. But I've been doing that for years. It isn't like I started doing that because of this crap. And it's like I've always carried that hand sanitizer. Because I'm one of these people that when I walk in the door, whenever I come home, I wash my hands.
Yeah.
I drop all my crap and I go and wash my hands, and then I do stuff.
I save some of the little soap from the hotel.
Oh,
I just put it in a bag, and when we go public restroom,
That's a good
sometimes
idea.
I just say use it and just leave it there.
Yeah.
It's free.
A lot of Thai people are very clean people in general. You know, they like to be clean and they like to look nice, but they just need to be more educated on
pollution.
On the world, you know, and keeping the world clean.
Well, it's part of the sabai attitude. It doesn't bug them, so they don't worry about it.
There's a different generation of people that think differently in Thailand. I can see it with the younger people. So I'm guessing in some of the schools and some of the areas they're really tapping into that. But the older generations, like in Isan, you'll see them on the back of a motorbike and just when they're done with something, they just throw it.
Yeah.
I don't care where it lands, you know. Hopefully it gets in the ditch, you know. I don't like that about Thailand, you know. So what is the worst thing about Thailand that you've seen since you've been here, coming so many times?
All the damn Farangs. No, I mean, that's just part of it. I mean, it's just, you know, like traffic, because the way they drive here is definitely, we'll just call it unique and leave it at that.
But you don't drive though, right?
This trip, this weekend, that's the first time I drove a car.
And motorbikes you'll rent, okay?
Yeah.
So you're okay with the left-hand side of the road?
Well, it's easier on a motorbike than it is a car, but for some strange reason here, every time I make a turn, the windshield wipers come on. I don't know what it is.
They put it on the wrong damn side.
It's these cars here. But you know what? I had to force myself to drive strictly with my right hand, so I don't try to hit it with my left hand.
Have you tried a standard shift yet?
No.
I drove her dad's work truck, and that was kind of fun.
Yeah, that would just be totally weird.
She's like, "Do you know how to drive this?" I'm like, "I got this."
Okay.
We're going.
Well, Thailand's loud, so you're just adding to it, grinding those gears.
No, I did pretty good. Really, I did. So what do you love about Thailand? What is it? Why do you keep coming back to Thailand?
The people here.
Yeah.
It's the people. Because I used to go to Hawaii. I mean, I still go to Hawaii, but nothing like I used to. Yeah. And one of the first times I came here, it's like, man, Thai people are just like Hawaiians. Yeah. They're just like super laid back. You know, they got the sabai, you know, they're laid back and chill. And that's how I am. I don't like to stress out. I don't. You know, I don't want to hear about your bullshit. You don't want to hear about my bullshit. Let's just lay here, enjoy the beach, listen to the waves, and drink a beer. You know.
So the people.
It's the people, the food, the views. Because there's so much ocean here. I'm a scuba diver, but before I was a scuba diver, I was a lover. I was a lover of the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, so if I'm by it, near it, I can see it, smell it, swim it, dive under it. My spirit is soaring if I'm
out of
at
all
the
the
ocean.
I don't know where you dove in the world, but how do you see Thailand as diving?
I like them all. It's not as good as it used to be a few years ago because stuff, you know, just the water conditions and stuff have actually killed off a bunch of the coral.
Yeah.
But it's still, there's some beautiful diving. Not around here so much.
Yeah.
But down south, you know, around Phi Phi and Phuket, you know, that whole area.
Yeah.
Is beautiful, man. There's so many soft corals, lots of cool stuff down there to see. And everybody's like, "Oh, what's your favorite place?" It's like, man, I love every place I've ever been scuba diving. It's all there. Even in California, where people, "Oh, I'm not gonna dive there. The water's rough. It's cold. Yeah, it's like 50 degrees." But it's still a beautiful place to go diving. You know, it's all different, and that's why you go diving, to look at all that beautiful stuff.
Right. So you've watched a lot of my videos, so you probably know what I ask most of my people. But what is the worst experience that you've had coming to Thailand?
I couldn't think of a worst.
Yeah. I couldn't either, really.
Yeah.
Some bad food experiences.
Yeah, I had a bug once where I didn't leave the hotel room for 3 days and
Have you had
ran
any
out of toilet paper.
experiences with the hospitals or anything?
No, I've never had to go other than to take somebody to the hospital. I've never had to.
Any run-ins with the police?
No, I haven't had any run-ins with
Have you ever
police.
felt like you were being like, I don't know, you ever
Outed?
felt, like awkward, like you just, like they made you feel uncomfortable because you're a foreigner? Or,
Not at all.
I don't want to say racism, you know, but have you ever felt uncomfortable around Thai people?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Everybody is so friendly.
Right.
You know, if you listen to the hype on TV from you know, government, some of the government people don't like foreigners, but every country there's dumbass politicians somewhere talking madness, you know, but coming from Thai people. I've had it the other way. I've been with Thai friends and we went to some bars and they were telling my friends they couldn't come in because they're Thai. And I'm thinking, what the hell? This is Thailand. How can you tell a Thai person they can't come into a bar?
I've experienced that too.
And then when I showed up, he's with you guys. Oh, you guys could come in. And I looked at him and I said, what happened? And they explained and said, you know what? You know, we're going somewhere else.
We have a friend, Jeep, and Phuket. And he's like, he wanted me to come stay for a while. Well, that's a different story. But anyway, there was a couple of bars that he wanted to go to. He's like, yeah, I want you to go with me because I want to see what it's like inside. They won't let me in, but if I go in there with you,
that's like, well, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
You're a Thai person, but you can't get into a bar in Thailand. See, I've experienced that end of it, but never the other way around. I've never been anywhere that they told me I couldn't go because I'm foreign. Although now they have some signs here and there because of this.
So do you
COVID
speak
thing.
any Thai?
Not as much as I should for as many times as I've been here, but I just know words. I can't put I know words. I knew a few phrases, but
What's your normal procedure on communicating with somebody? Do you
smile a lot?
You point? I mean, do you find
you point? No, it's easier. Most of the restaurants, they have pictures of food, and drinks. I mean, I know how to say beer sing.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Hey, if I can get a beer, I'm happy, man.
Sing ha is not sing ha. It's sing.
It's sing.
Sing.
Yeah.
Sing.
It's sing. I mean, I know words. I know how to say, you know, nitnoi pet because I can't go crazy pet because it's funny. I've definitely had the experience that if I used a little bit of Thai that I know.
Yeah.
And then I order some food, and then they ask me how hot I want it, and I just, just nitnoi. And then they think because I'm speaking Thai, they make it Thai. not spicy.
Yeah.
Which will still burn your ass just looking at it, you know. So I got to tell them, nitnoy, nitnoy.
So you're
You know.
okay with a little bit of spice.
Yeah, I used to like spicy, but my tongue is not as good as it used to be, so I can't handle the hot stuff. But it's easy because a lot of places, if they see you're a foreigner, they even ask you.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, I'm gonna die if I go eat Thai food. It's too spicy. Most of the places will ask you, can you eat spicy?
Is that most of the places just automatically assume you cannot eat anything spicy.
Yeah.
And when you tell them, like I tell them, no, if it's not spicy, I'm not going to eat it.
Yeah.
They're really surprised.
That's
I'm like, well, you know, all foreigners are not all the same. But I think that's a bad thing with a lot of Thai people. Is they're very stereotypical when it comes to foreigners because they think we're all pretty much the same. You know, so.
I went to a Thai restaurant in Hawaii one time, and I was here, and then the following month I went to Hawaii to go do some diving over there, and I went to a Thai restaurant, and I was using a few Thai words because all the staff, you know, it's like a family, you know, any of the Asian restaurants are, you know, it's a family, so I was using a little Thai. Oh, you speak Thai? You know, just nitnoy. I said, oh yeah, I go to Thailand all the time, and they brought my food out, man. It was like the first bite, I had flames coming out, so they figured, well, you go to Thailand, you got to be able to handle spicy. And it's like,
I say we've traveled a lot of places in the world, and I say learn 5 words, be super friendly. You know, we'd go into a Chinese place and we'd order some food, and then she'd take the menu, and I'd tell her like, oh, xie. And they're like, oh, you can speak Chinese, blah, blah, blah. No, I know like 3, 4, maybe. Yeah, about 4 words, I think, but they're happy, right?
Yeah, because you're trying.
So, they're happy.
You're putting forth the effort.
Yeah.
It amazes me that people go places and they expect somebody to speak whatever language you're speaking.
Yeah.
You know, and you get upset because they don't understand what you're saying. Well, they're not in your country. You're in their, you know, they're in you're in their country. And it's like it doesn't work that way.
Japan. A lot of people can speak English. We saw in Korea, I think more people spoke English in Korea than they did in Japan.
They understand it, but they won't. In Japan, a lot of them are shy to use it because in Japan, if it's not perfect, it's no good.
It's like that in Thailand too.
So
they're scared to make a mistake.
So they don't want to try.
So you spent a lot of time in Japan as well, though.
Yeah. I actually still know more Japanese than I do Thai, and I haven't really been. I mean, I was in Japan last year, but I haven't really spent.
But Japanese isn't a tonal language.
No, it's a lot easier to learn. So that's the thing. That's why I've been so lazy to learn Thai because it's so difficult.
Right.
And so in words that I think I get, I'll try to talk to a Thai person, and they look at me like, what the hell is this idiot saying?
It's frustrating. You know? It's very frustrating, but a lot of the vocabulary is really small compared to most vocabulary. So one word could mean 5 different things, right? So
you might get a plate of rice, or you might get your face slapped.
That's right. So it just depends on how you structure your.
That's I was saying during when they had the lockdown and everything was closed. It's like, man, I wish the schools, the Thai language schools still could have been open for 2 months. I could have been studying and learning Thai, and people were like, well, just do it on the internet. And it's like, well, you can't do it that way because you think you're saying it right, but if you go try to talk to a Thai person, they're just looking at you like, what's this idiot saying?
But does your girlfriend speak English?
Yeah.
You find a lot of people in Pattaya speak English, Thai people?
Yeah. Because it's a big tourist area, and it's the go-between language, because like in Jomtien, there's lots of the Russians are like the #1 foreigner in Jomtien, but they speak English to the Thai people. They speak a little English, and the Thais speak a little English. And the Thais, see, like in the tourist areas, the Thais know like a little bit of Russian, a little bit of English.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of competition in Thailand when it comes to jobs. So the more they can learn and show their experience and do this and that, then it helps when you're pretty or good, handsome guy too.
Oh, I hear
Thai
that every
people are-
time when I walk down the street.
Yeah.
Oh, handsome man, handsome man.
Thai people-
It must be true, right?
I'm so sorry about all the gnats. They're trying to get in my face, you know. But Thai people are very concerned about their appearance. I think that's one thing that really bothers me the most about Thai people is they try to be somebody that they're not. But it's not just Thailand, it's
Yeah.
Asia. They want to be white, they want to be, they just want to be something different, you know, instead of them be natural who they are. Not so much aggravating,
Yeah.
but it does bother me sometimes. That when they get over 30, they think they're done. You
Yeah.
know, they work out in the rice field and they think they're ugly.
Yeah, because they got dark skin. It's like,
Yeah.
well, foreigners love that dark skin.
Yeah.
It's funny because they love light skin
Yeah.
in Asia and here in Thailand. But it's funny, you talk to a lot of the Asian girls. Oh, chocolate man, and they like black guys, and it's because, and I think it's just because the skin is different. There's not a lot of black people here in Thailand, because a lot of friends of the girls that I know, oh, chocolate man, ooh, he's sexy.
I have a few black subscribers, and they've asked me, how do you think I'm going to be treated there? You know, I think I'll be treated fine here in Thailand. I don't think they really care.
No, they
either
don't
way.
care. They grew up here. You're just a farang.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what color you are, what country you're from. If you're not from Thailand, you're a farang. I mean, they like white skin, but they like white skin on Thai people.
Yeah.
It's not.
They don't care.
They don't. They don't care.
But they just want you to be respectful. I think I have to get a fan. I think they just want you to be respectful. And
Oh, exactly. I mean, that's what really anybody wants. But you know, here it's like too many people come here, and I see it. And they're just some rude assholes, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, you act like a rude asshole, and it's going to come back at you. I mean, they're not all up in it because they're definitely not confrontational at all. If you're a rude asshole, most of the time they won't even. They'll just kind of ignore you and let you be the loud, rude asshole.
Yeah.
And
I think
Yeah.
here, well, really in the world, you get back what you give. You know, so if you're a rude person, that's what they're gonna
yeah,
do.
well, that's why I like here. You know, we were talking earlier. It's like, you know, I like back in the States, everybody walks around with hard looks.
Yeah.
You know, trying to be mean. You can't smile at anybody.
hang
You say
on.
hello.
I gotta go. Long cup. I'll cut long cup. Cut long.
Have it.
Cut long. Yeah. You tried to give it to me earlier.
Yeah, we don't need for the heat, but for the bugs.
แมลงมีเยอะ
I was telling my girlfriend, and she was telling me that the gnat, I forget what she called it. I said, yep. I said, in English, we say gnat. I said,
Yeah.
it's like nitnoy, but we say gnat. So it's like a mosquito, but real small.
I had him bring us a fan maybe to blow. I don't even feel it, so it's probably not going to
Oh,
work.
it's pointing up. Oh, there it goes. I just felt something. As long as it blows in on me, that's all that counts.
So when are you planning on going back home as soon as you can?
Probably seems like it's my granddaughter. Every time I talk to her, she asks me when I'm coming home. When I'm coming home, Papa, you need to come home. I want to go stay at your house.
How old is your granddaughter?
She's 3. She just turned 3. So, I mean, for the most part, I don't care. I'm here already. I'm going to stay for a while because I know once I go back, it's going to be a while before I can go back, before I'll be able to get back in Thailand because of all the cases in the U.S. They're not going to let anybody in, you know, until everything's scored away in the U.S. So I know I'm going to be out for a while.
Right.
So I would rather just stay here, but I miss my granddaughter. You know, maybe I'll go I tell my daughter to put her in a box and ship her over here because we were actually talking about bringing her here. I keep telling my daughter, well, I'm going to bring her to Thailand. If you want her back, then you're going to have to come to Thailand and pick her up and take her back. And she would love it. We could go to the pool every day. She can do what I do. I go to the pool every day, go to the beach every day. They got the big pool. The beach is a 10-minute walk from my condo, so I can go down and swim in the ocean, play in the waves a little bit, drink a sing, you know.
You're a pretty big guy. buying clothes here? Do you buy any clothes here? I tend to bring my clothes here.
I bring my shorts and stuff like that. I've had a couple shirts made, which you can actually get the irritating ass guys that want you to buy a suit.
Yeah.
You can actually get some shirts made really cheap because most of the time I'm like this. I'm in a tank top or t-shirts or something like that. But every now and then, not that it's dressed up, but if I want something a little more nice than casual, just like a polo or like a button-up.
That's a big concern. I get a question asked a lot about clothing. But if you go a lot of times into the Lotus stores, they have big size.
In the tourist areas, you can find big T-shirts. I've got
5X. Even.
Yeah. Well, you got to look and it's not just the tag, because I bought some shirts that the lady, oh look, we got 8X. And you look at 8X, and it's like a size medium.
I try them on. I don't care. I just try it on because they put it up to you. Oh, side eyes. I don't know. Let me try it, and then you're like, I can't get it off.
Yeah. But
I've
got some shirts made, and there were actually really nice shirts. I even threw a couple silk ones in there. I wasn't going to go with the silk. I was just going to get some cotton, something reasonable. Yeah. Man, I felt that silk. It's like, oh, this feels too good. I got to get a couple of these. Right. They were like $20. $15, $20, the silk shirts, so I got a bunch. But t-shirts I can buy here, like athletic shorts you can buy here, but you're not going to buy pants. I bought a couple pair of flip-flops here before, but those are kind of hard to find in my boat sizes, because in Thai size, I think it's a 46.
No, I don't have it.
Yeah.
My knee.
Yeah.
I think they only go up to 42, 43.
But I can find 40. 44 sometimes 45. It's just almost there.
You want a floaty?
Oh, I like the gator.
So, but other than that, I bring my clothes over, and they just stay here because I got that. That's the one nice thing about having my condo. I just bring all my stuff here. Like I got all my warm weather dive gear. I just leave my dive gear here, and I got another set of dive gear at home. So when I'm in California, if I want to dive the cold water, I got all my stuff.
So have
here.
you ever experienced, like, you ever felt like you were ripped off, or like you were charged more because you were a falang or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, it'll happen in the market sometime, or taxi if you let them.
Yeah.
But it's like you tell people, or like especially here, they get in the I got ripped off the taxi. Well, did you get a price before you drove off? You just get in and say, hey, I'm going here. How much is it?
Yeah. Do you prefer the meter, or you about how much it's going to cost? And
Bangkok is the only place they use the meters, if you can get them to use the meters. Yeah. I've never been for the most part, I don't ride taxis a whole lot. I have a couple like taxi services in Pattaya that pick me up from the airport.
Yeah.
And they come in and they're waiting for me. I'm not, I don't go outside and get it, but very rarely am I in a car.
Yeah.
And I don't mind paying. I've never been the type, I'm going to sit there and argue about the price. Right. If it's only, depending on, what you're talking about. If it's only $1, I'm not going to sit there and waste my time arguing about $1. Either I'm going to say yes or no. But I've gotten, gotten in a taxi and say, hey, I want to go here, and they said this much, and I just laugh.
Yeah.
And if it's like a stupid high price, I just laugh and walk away. I'm not wasting my time talking to this moron.
Right.
But if
I think we're pretty much the same way. We pretty much deal in convenience. If it's convenient to take a taxi more than in a bus, I mean, if it's 500 baht, that's like $15 for 2 people to go, and
Yeah. And that's all I do. Whenever you go somewhere, get a price before he drives off.
Yeah.
And he can't try to negotiate once you got there. Right. And I've been places like I had a guy, when I did get a taxi. I was in Bangkok, and it was coming down here. But when we got into Pattaya, they had some kind of festival going. They had the roads blocked off. It took longer to get to the condo once we got into Pattaya than it did to drive from Bangkok to Pattaya.
Yeah.
So we were, I mean, it took like over 3 hours.
We've got a hilarious story on that same scenario.
And I actually gave the guy another couple $100 baht just because I felt bad. He didn't ask for it or anything, but I just gave him because it wasn't his fault. But we're driving in circles, but there was so much traffic we couldn't. It would have been faster for him just to drop me off and me to drag my suitcase, you know, down the
I have
road.
a bad habit of tipping the taxi driver too. I mean, if it's enjoyable and we're talking and you know it's a pleasant experience, I usually give them an extra $100 baht.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, it depends on how far you're going, or you know, whatever. But I try to, because to me, 100 baht is nothing. It's $3 bucks. You know, around $3.
For me, I want
But
to
to
leave.
them-
I want to leave him with the experience.
Positive.
Like, oh, you know what? There's not all Falangs are cheap bastards. You know, I want to leave it with that, and
Well,
it makes me feel.
that's like
it makes me. I'm not doing it really for him. It makes me feel good.
That's
to
when I
do it,
go
you
get a
know,
massage. I get a 200 baht massage.
Yeah.
As long as they give me a massage, I give them a 100 baht tip.
I usually do too. If it's a Thai massage, maybe 50 baht, but normally 100. If it's a place that I frequent, I don't want to be like, oh, here comes that cheap bastard. You know, I want to get a decent massage.
I try, you know, and it makes me feel good, and it's still so cheap. $9, under $10 for a massage for an hour. It's like. That's well worth it, and it helps them out. I mean, it's not like they're like swimming in luxury, you know.
And they're happy.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people want to know. A lot of countries don't tip. Thai people don't tip for the most part. So Thai people that do tip are the ones that own restaurants or in the customer service business. They'll tip, you know. But for the most part, Thai people are always trying to negotiate and always not tipping, you know. So
it's not part of their culture, and the same thing in Japan. I say, if you go to Japan, do not tip, because they will actually run outside. Like, if you leave a tip on the table, they'll come chase you down to give you your money, thinking you left it on the table. It actually presents an embarrassing situation.
I was told not to tip too as well. But a lot of people want to know what's the percentage.
And it's not like that. It's not a percentage.
It's not.
Here, I mean, if you leave a 20 baht tip, they're happy.
Yeah.
You know.
If we go to a restaurant, which we normally go at in our hometown, the place, I always, most of the time, leave 100 baht. If our tab is between 500 to 1,000 baht, or even more sometimes, I leave 100 baht. Because it just goes in a pot, and the staff
they split it up.
Split it up.
Yeah, you know? And unless that's the thing here in Thailand, if you leave it in the little tray or in the little thing that your bill comes in, they put it in a pot and they all deliver it. But if you want your tip to go to a specific person, like if you had a staff, you actually have to give them the money and hand it to them, and then that tip is theirs. Or you got to
take it, maybe put a 20 baht there, and then put the 100 baht in their pocket. And, like, this is for you.
Yeah. And then you have to do that, because if not, it just goes into the pot. But I'll tip a little bit, and it just depends on if I'm in a place that's just straight up Thai and that I don't tip because they're not used to them.
Right, we don't. If you're gonna go get a bowl of soup, you're not gonna tip. Right?
Yeah, if you get something at 40 or 50 baht, it depends on and that's just it.
But most of the time, like places like this, they're bringing you ice, they're making sure you're okay. You know, a place like this,
and it's not like we said, it's not a percentage. If your bill is this much, you give them this much. Man, if you give them, they would crap their pants. You know, if you gave them 15 or 20%, I mean, that's just crazy.
It's just about how you feel on the tipping thing.
Yeah.
So if you feel like it's justifiable, or you feel like it's going to make you feel better, or they work for it, then do so.
Yeah.
But it's not expected.
It's not it's not expected. It's not an obligation at all. Yeah, they definitely do not expect it.
Yeah.
You know, some of the tourist places that cater just strictly to 100% foreigners, they expect it.
If you had to give anybody some advice, one thing, I don't want to drag the video out for like an hour, you know, like I always do, but if you had to give somebody some advice, some new person coming over here, what would be your best piece of advice, you think?
Depends on who it was.
Yeah.
Come relaxed. If you're not a relaxed person, don't come here, because things happen in Thai time.
Yeah.
They happen in Thai time. Schedules happen on Thai time. Stuff like when they bring out your food, you know, a lot of like Western places, all the food comes out at one time and sits it all down. Thailand, as the dishes get prepared, that's what comes out. They bring it out hot, they bring it out fresh, but you get 1 or 2 meals at a time usually, unless it's a big place. Be prepared. Always bring cool clothes. You know,
like something.
Something like, you know, I see these guys wearing jeans and boots because that's the style at home.
Yeah.
Don't be wearing no thick ass jeans and combat boots. You know, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't say one piece of advice for coming here.
Yeah.
Just be prepared to have fun. Be chilled, because they don't like confrontation. If you get confrontation, it's just going to make you look bad.
I'd say that's pretty much online what I always tell them. Just relax. Try to keep your expectations down. If you don't understand something, just smile.
Yeah.
You know, but don't bring your culture to Thailand.
Yeah.
It's not going to work for you here.
No.
So it's
here you just have to learn to because it's Thailand.
If they bring out your plate of food and it's totally not what you ordered, sometimes they'll fix it, but you really got to be careful how you present yourself, I think, because they really don't care, you know. But, you know, more on the lines is usually they prepare stuff a certain way at certain places, and like back home, if you want something a certain way, they'll make it for you. But here they have their sauce or their soup or whatever already done, and they don't care if you like it or not. You can go over there and eat. You know? Yeah. So typically.
And powder is your friend. Oh, that's a lot of people, they sweat. It's humid here. If you can't handle humidity, don't come.
Baby powder. What about the cooling powder? Are you into that?
No, I've never used that. I never want to use that. I die laughing when I...
Or they tricky. Sometimes I don't know what the hell, if it's cooling powder or not, and I'm like, and you don't feel it till it takes a few seconds.
I use the baby magic.
Yeah.
And that's just regular, you know. You just put the powder all over, and it helps absorb the sweat.
It works, yeah.
You know.
All that stuff that Thai women put on their face, it's not because it's some kind of like tribal stuff. It's because they don't want to perspire. They want to be dry. And a lot of that is cooling powder. It makes them feel cool.
And when you get here, don't stay in your room and crank up the AC.
Yeah.
Because then you get used to the AC. You don't want to go outside because you step out the door and then you sweat to death. You got to acclimate.
We sit in a fan. It's hot as hell. We have air conditioning in the house, but we just sit in front of the fan.
Well, you showed those towels, haven't you, on the videos that they sell at the 7-Eleven, the cooling towels. Those cool towels are great, or even just like baby wipes. Carry the baby wipes with you because you're going to sweat. I carry on the days that it's real hot, I carry like a washcloth with me, just as the sweat starts dripping down my face. I just wipe off my, wipe
Anybody
off
who's come to Thailand and hung out at the bar knows about those cooling cloths because
they bring them out.
But those things, when I bike ride, I buy them because not only they're cool, but they got a fragrance to them, and it's like cleaning. You feel fresh.
You feel like you're taking a shower in the middle of your bike ride.
Exactly. Like, wow, this smells so good, and then all of a sudden it's hot. It goes away.
Bring sunscreen because they have it here, but most of the sunscreen has whiteners, which I don't really understand. You're already blocking the sun. But it's expensive, crazy expensive here.
For the amount of sunscreen that you really actually use, you just bring your own sunscreen. But that you can buy anything, any kind of bullfrog, whatever Western stuff. But it costs a lot more. It's about 3 times more expensive here.
That's why I bring all my Western food. My suitcase, I had, I think, a couple pair of shorts. Maybe 1 or 2 sheet-shirts. Other than that, it had food and stuff for my condo.
What kind of food do you, when you get here, do you just start eating street food immediately, or do you have
it doesn't, the food doesn't, I guess, well, I never had a problem even on my first visit. But I can go start off right away.
You're not too keen on the market stuff, though, like the fresh meats and all that stuff.
I still can't bring myself to buy meat at the market because it's not refrigerated.
Yeah.
It's just sitting out there, especially if you go at like 4 or 5 o'clock. You know, that stuff's been sitting out. Yes, it's fresh. They probably killed them chickens that morning and put them there, but it's been sitting there all day. I said, I still got to go to the supermarket. And chances are they were probably sitting around unrefrigerated until they put them in the nice little packages and wrapped them in plastic.
Yeah.
But it's more of a mental thing than anything. But I just can't bring myself to buy meat at the market, because I have a market right around the corner from my condo.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I picked it, because it has that market. But I mainly use it for the produce, the vegetables and the fruit, because I eat fresh fruit every day. You know, I eat the fresh vegetable, I make salads, I do 80-90% of my meals I cook at home, which you don't really save any money by cooking at home, because it's so, if you're not eating Western food, you don't really save any money by cooking out. It's so cheap to eat at a little Thai place.
Yeah, it's difficult on budgets. People want to know budgets and stuff, but as a single person, you could eat. You could eat 3 meals a day for under $100.
Oh yeah,
really.
Easy.
That's for like $1 a meal.
I mean, during the lockdown or whatever you want to call it, I wasn't spending any money. I mean, my monthly expenses might have been, and that's including my condo, electric, and everything, 16,000 baht. Which
you could buy a case of beer for 600 baht.
Yeah.
12 big tall bottles of beer. You could eat for 100. I mean, you could eat just Thai food, 30 baht or 40 baht. They're a little bit more expensive here, you know, but still for like less than $5 a day, and then a case of beer for under $20. But you only drink maybe 2 a day. It's so. You could live in Thailand.
That's what everybody. How much is it going to cost me? How much is this? Well, it all depends on you. How much you go out? How much you know? What do you like to spend? Do you like to shop? You buy clothes every day. Some people eat out every single meal. They drink beer every single meal, and the beer adds up, because the beer costs just as much as the food does, if not more. Sometimes.
I'd say 1,500 US dollars is a good number, because you're not going to spend that every month.
Oh yeah,
you know,
you could do
you
that.
need to have you need to have a lump sum of money to get settled in. But if you've got a pension or retirement or Social Security or something for about 1,500 a month, you can. I mean, even less than that, you could. It's doable. You know, 500 is doable if you're. There's a lot of people that they're not. They just want to sit in a fan room, read a book, be by the ocean. And that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
You could do it on no money in Thailand.
Yeah, that's the thing. You could do it here for no money, or you could have like an endless, but it just depends, because everybody does it different.
But you can't come here on a retirement visa with no money. If you're going to come on a retirement visa, you got to have.
You have to have the money, regardless whether you spend it or not. The money has to. Money either has to be here, or the money has to be coming. It has to be coming in. You don't have to spend it,
right?
But you have to have it. One way or the other, either here or coming in.
I was going somewhere with this conversation, and I forgot. I was leading up.
I'm trying to think, but nothing happened.
I was leading up to another question, and I went, you got off track.
I'm not track. Yeah, no, it's cool here. You know, I've been talking about it forever, and I was like, you know, I'm done. I'm out. Yeah. And I love it here. I love it here. The laid backness of it. It's like Hawaii's beautiful, but it's way too expensive.
Yeah.
Way too expensive. I mean, I looked at a condo over there years ago. I mean, it was crazy. The condo fees, the monthly condos fees were like double of what the payment would have, the house note on the condo would have been. Yeah. You know, it's like.
Cost of goods in Hawaii were really crazy expensive. Oh, yeah. When I lived there a long time ago, I mean, it was like almost $5 for a gallon of milk. And this was like in the early 90s, you know. I'm sure it's a lot more now. But I mean, everything has to come over by ship, you know.
Yeah, everything has to get shipped over.
But if you're looking for Falang food in Thailand, I try to tell people you probably need to make it yourself. But there's a lot of markets, a lot of places to shop here. But it's expensive.
Yeah, that's why I bring my Western food. I fill my Well, not like lots of stuff, but I brought like pasta sauce. I brought peanut butter, 2 big jars of peanut butter that I bought at Sam's Club. I've been rationing them out. I just got like a teeny bit left because I was only supposed to be here for 2 months or 3 months, but now I'm going on 5 months or almost 6 months.
Put himself to going and buying that expensive peanut butter.
Yeah, you can buy it here, but it's cost you 3 times as much, and I'm not going to pay $12 for a jar of peanut butter like this. I won't do it, damn it. You know, just like tortillas, you can go to Villa Market, you can buy 10 tortillas for $100. It's $3, so it's, you know.
You're half Mexican. You can't tell me you don't know how to make tortillas.
Yeah, I actually bought some. I need to buy a rolling pin because I bought some flour and some baking soda. Can't get the manteca here though.
No.
So I just use the oil.
Yeah, no, I really like corn tortillas, but you can't buy the stuff here. So I've tried so many different types of corn stuff to make the corn tortillas. But anyway, flour tortillas, easy to make.
You can buy, like I said, you can buy Western food. But that's like I made a pot of chili a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I wanted some, and it was so good. But I got the chili powder, and it was like $1.50 for this little tiny envelope, and some brand I never even heard of before.
Right.
And I needed 2 of those for a pot that was this big. But it was good having that chili, man. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah. You guys got the Villa Market and Tops, and you got everything.
Yeah, we got Pattaya has everything right there. But I very rarely. I just
so
I
know what I was going to ask you. When you do decide to stay longer term or maybe permanently, are you planning on buying a condo or buying?
I still haven't decided yet.
Have you looked into it at all?
Not like formally or nothing. I mean, I know how the process is done. You know, I've checked into it, but not like
So is John Tiem your place? Is that the place you like?
No, I just do that because it's near.
You have a place
near the girlfriend's family.
That your favorite.
I like
place?
down south, Onang. I like down Krabi. That's my happy place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we like Krabi.
Yeah, Krabi. They don't use the R's when they're in certain places in the word.
To be honest, we've never been to Al-Nang.
Are you guys didn't stay there? Because you went to Krabi town.
We've been to a few places in Krabi, but we've never went over to that side.
Yeah,
not yet.
It's like everywhere that they keep building up like any empty spot. They do a hotel. But the thing about it is they have those those mountains that they have down south everywhere. Those limestone. They're like everywhere. So the only place there's no room. So they're building stuff further and further away from the beach. You know, they're building more hotels, but the main the main road going in along the beach, there's no space to put anything else down there.
We've actually never made a specific trip to Krabi. It's always been in passing, you know.
Yeah, and it's not like the beach there is like totally outrageous. They're like, oh my God, this is beautiful. And there's some beautiful views, especially at sunset. But it's like right there, you're close to all the little islands. You're close to the scuba diving.
A specific trip there one day just to check that area out, you know, one day. We got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
We really haven't found our magic place. We like Koh Chang, you know. But
well, I finally made it there in December. Me and my son went diving down there, and that's both of ours. We were actually going to go to Krabi and then bounce down to Bali and go diving. It's like, you know, we both still haven't been, because it's my son's 3rd trip to Thailand.
Yeah.
And it's like we still haven't been to Koh Chang yet. So it's like, you know what?
So what was your thoughts about?
I enjoy it. And my first, I can see why Chuck likes it down here.
It's big.
Yeah.
It's a big island. It's second biggest to Phuket, I think.
It's big, but it's small as far as like it's small compared to the population-wise.
Well, most of it's inhabitable.
Because they got the mountains straight up. You're just going along the edges.
There's a backside too.
Well, it's like, you know, when I went in there, it cracked me, because you guys have stayed at the White Sands. You guys have been there like several times. I can't imagine why you guys would pick there out of so many places, because that's like the Pattaya of Koh Chang. It's like, why would you want to be in that crowded area?
I think Kai Bay is our favorite.
I like being further. I love the area that we were at. We were up a little bit further from where you guys stayed.
Okay, guys. Anyway, thank you for watching, and thanks a lot for letting me sit here and ask you a bunch of stupid questions. So
No problem, brother.
I hope the clarity is perfect, and the sound and everything is perfect. So anyway,
Beautiful lighting.
cheers.
Please.
See how much do I have?
Shut off 30 minutes ago.
It's still on. I'm seeing what my timer says.